What's good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're going to talk about knowing your value. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chosen123, and also my other YouTube channel, SB23. I appreciate everybody that watches the videos and likes and shares, and I hope that you can catch any type of gems and utilize it for your life, and maybe spread the knowledge to anybody else who could use it. And if nobody didn't tell you they appreciated you today, I appreciate you. So, knowing your value. This is a very important key to life, because sometimes you can sell yourself short without meaning to. So, nobody's better than anybody in life. We all are human. We all bleed, sweat, cry. We all do the same things. We all have the same emotions. But your self-esteem determines your value. So if you're a person who has low self-esteem for whatever reason, sometimes you got low self-esteem because of your own personal issues within yourself. Maybe you see something within yourself you don't like, be it physical or internal or whatever the case may be. If you have low self-esteem, then you'll have low self-worth value. Sometimes it could have been something that happened to you as a child. Maybe you were taken advantage of or mistreated in some sort of way by somebody who had more power to you, so you didn't have the ability to defend yourself or speak up for yourself, and people believe you. That could create a low self-worth. It could be anything. Maybe an accident happened and you ended up not being able to do something that you used to do. Like if you play sports and you got hurt and now you can't play that sport, or if you were an artist and something happened, you hurt your hands, now you can't create your art in the way that you want to. That can create a low self-worth or a low self-esteem. But no matter, it doesn't matter about whatever happens to you. It's about what you do about what happens to you. And I've said that a few times on my channel. So any of those things can happen to you, and nobody wants to go through any of that stuff. None of that stuff is fun. None of that stuff feels good. Nobody wants to have a low self-esteem. But if you do know you have a low self-esteem and you want to create a better sense of self-worth, then you have to start doing the things in order to get yourself there. So one of those things being, again, you could go to the gym, get your physical appearance up, because if that's where you lack in your self-worth or your self-value that you hold with yourself, go to the gym and upgrade yourself, so then you'll have more self-esteem, more confidence, and then that within itself will increase your self-worth. Maybe you need to grow emotionally, so maybe you might have to dig deep within yourself, do some meditation, get a therapist. I used to never believe in the therapy thing, but as I got older, I started to understand how somebody can utilize therapy as a good way to work through their emotions. I think it depends on the person. Not everybody is built for everything. So some people will benefit from therapy, some people they wouldn't. So but it might be something that might help you out. So if it's something that can help you out, why not try out? So therapy can help work through emotions, or just digging deep within your own self and facing the fears that you have and all of the situations that you went through in your life that played a part in you having low self-worth. Confiding in friends and family, talking about it, getting it out in the open, speaking on it, about how you feel on the inside. Oftentimes, even just speaking on something can relieve that stress you feel about it, and that anxiety. And your support system can help you build up your self-esteem also. So leaning on other people is a good way to build your self-worth, because other people see you differently than you see yourself. you know, and oftentimes other people see you in a better light than what you see yourself. I think we as humans, we're our own worst critics when it comes to our self-value. So there's somebody out there that sees you in a higher light than you see yourself, you know. And I'm that type of person that when I look at people, I don't look at them for the mistakes they made or what they may think they're lacking or anything like that. I see them at their core and what their full potential can be, and I try to speak that to them. So, you know, if you're around me, again, I walk around as I am a king, because I am a king in my mind, so therefore I am a king to this world. And again, that doesn't matter your monetary value, it's a mindset, you know, it's a mindset that you have, moving with dignity. That was one of the videos I did. So if you're around me, I'm gonna talk to you as if you are royalty also. So if you're around me, if you're my lady, then you're gonna be a queen. I'm gonna talk to you and treat you like a queen. You know, I'm gonna talk to your kids and treat them in a high regard. You know what I mean? If you're my friend, I'm gonna talk to you again like you're a king too. Be it if you're a male or a female. If you're a female, you're a queen too. You don't have to be connected to me in a relationship as far as women go in order for me to treat you like a queen. If you're around me, I'm gonna treat you like a queen and make sure that, you know, the people around us will do the same. So when it comes to that self-worth and the value you see within yourself, that's a very important thing to build up, because having that self-value, seeing yourself in a high regard, meaning that you are a valuable person, is a good way to succeed in life and win. Because with that mindset, then it doesn't matter what happens to you, you know that at your core you are a person of high value. So in a relationship, let's say if you're in a relationship and for whatever reason you split up with somebody and they have their reasons as to why they feel like they didn't want to deal with you anymore, or if you had your reasons as to why you felt like you didn't want to deal with them anymore, that doesn't make either one of you valueless. It just means that connection that y'all had didn't work out, but you are still a very valuable person to somebody. You know what I mean? So what do they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure. You know, you could be with somebody who treats you like straight up trash, and then, you know, after that relationship, get into a new relationship with somebody who treats you exactly the opposite way, like a treasure. So, and because they see your value, you know, so oftentimes people can't see your value also. Now, like I said, for me, I can look at people and see through them, so I see them to their core, so I can see their full potential. I don't look at the negatives in them. I do see the negatives in them, obviously, because we all have negative and positive, but I look past the negative and I look at the positive and I see what their full potential can be. And that's what I like to speak into people, because that's what I want for myself, is my full potential of goodness. So you can see, other people can see your value too. So it just depends on whatever lens that person who's looking at you has. Now, if somebody's working off of negativity majority of the times, then they're gonna, when they look at you, they're gonna look at you in a negative light. Even if you're a predominantly positive person, because their lens is negative, whatever the glasses that they're looking through, whatever they see in their world is going to be in a negative light. So even if you're doing positive things, they're going to take it as a negative. So that's why that type of mentality creates hater, you know. And like I said, hating energy is some of the worst energy you can have in the world. It's the bottom of the bottom, because there's really no reason to hate anything in this world. You know, if you're hating something, you're putting way too much energy, time and energy into it, when it's much easier to show love and appreciation. So again, if you split up in a relationship and somebody doesn't see your value, that doesn't mean you're valueless. If you get laid off from a job, or if you get fired from a job, that doesn't mean that you don't hold any value. That just means that wasn't the value that you hold wasn't meant to be part of that establishment. That's all it means. But you are valuable to another establishment. Somebody else will pick you up, see your skill set, and say, okay, I can make something happen with this. So again, you don't ever want to leave your value up to somebody else's decision. It's up to you. Never lose confidence in who you are because somebody doesn't deem you valuable to them. You know, that's just their own misguided way of looking at things. That's just them fumbling a bag. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, and this is how I look at it, to me, everybody has value. And again, I always talk about how chess is my favorite game, one of my favorite games to play. When I'm playing chess, I don't look at any piece on the board as any better than any other piece. I understand that every piece on the board has its value, and every single piece on the board is very important in order to win in the game. So a pawn is no different than a king, really, when it comes to winning the game. If you just have a king out there and you have no other support, you're done for. But if you had a king out there and you have a bunch of pawns around the king, now you still have a chance to win, because those pawns become very powerful as the game goes on. If you have a pawn that survives, you can take that pawn and take it all the way to the edge of the board on the opposing player's side, and you can upgrade that pawn into any other piece that you want besides a king that's been taken. So you have the potential to take that pawn from a pawn to a queen, and a queen is one of the most powerful pieces on the board, because the queen can do whatever she wants to do. She moves whatever way she wants to move. So that's why it's very important to treat people, and this is why I want to segue into too, is I also treat people on the same level. So again, if you're a CEO or if you're a panhandler on the street, I'm not going to treat you any differently because this person holds a certain sort of status in their field of making money, and this person doesn't have a job at all. No, you both are human beings with emotions and feelings, and you just made different decisions in life. Now, this person made better financial decisions in life, but that doesn't make this person a better person than this person who's not flourishing financially. It's just that maybe this person fell into hard times and never got a chance to bounce back yet from where they are, but this person is actually pure at heart, so they don't mean anybody any harm. And this person could be super financially set, but they did a whole bunch of snaky egotistical stuff to get to their position, and they hurt people. So does that make this person any better than this person? No. We're all the same, and nobody, again, everybody's value is dictated on how they feel about themselves, not what somebody else perceives. Because you could take this person here and all they need is a few wins, and they could be right up here on the same level financially with this person. And then who would you want to side with? Somebody who's got good energy in the same amount of money, or somebody who's got bad energy in the same amount of money? I'm going to side with the person with the good energy. So again, that's why it's not about money. You know, money is just a tool to utilize in order to make your life easier and the people around you's life easier, but it's not the end all be all. The real value in this world is your character and your energy and how you put it out into the world, you know? So again, if you're going through anything, it doesn't matter what it is, and you may be feeling down on yourself and feeling like you're not worth anything or anything like that, I'm here to tell you, you are worth it, and that you hold more value than you give yourself credit for. And whatever situation that didn't pan out, it was meant to not pan out, or maybe it was meant to have a little hiatus from that situation until things got right, and your value is seen by whoever it needs to be seen by, and then you are treated accordingly to the high value that you hold. So again, it doesn't matter if it's a relationship or a job or a friendship or whatever it might be. You know, if you're going for sports and you don't make the team or whatever the case may be, you are valuable. Keep plugging in, keep going at it. Don't give up. and you'll make it to wherever you want to make it to, and somebody will see your value and they'll hop on the team with you, and it'll be even easier. All right, y'all, I'm out of here.